Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to Game Night on the Region Sports Network as we present coverage of the 2025 Class 4A Baseball State Championship game. We're streaming live tonight on Facebook at Region Sports Nation, on YouTube at the Region Sports Channel, online at regionsports.com, and on the IHSAA Champions Network. We come to you tonight live from Victory Field in downtown Indianapolis, home of the Indianapolis Indians, as the Valparaiso Vikings take on the Evansville North Huskies for the 4A State Baseball Championship. My name is Chris Ramirez, and I'll call all of the action for tonight's game. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Northwest Indiana has a team in all four classes, and so far, we're 2 out of 3. And 2 out of 3, as they say, that ain't too bad. We're going to try for 3 out of 4, though, as Valparaiso gets set to take on Evansville North. It's the first state championship game for the Valparaiso baseball program, and we will give you the starting lineups here right after we give you the Economy Electric heating and cooling first pitch forecast. And it is indeed a roaster out here tonight. It's been a hot one all day, but it may be cooling off a little bit here as the sun starts to go down. Right now it's 89 degrees here in Indianapolis. We've got a southwest wind at 13 miles an hour. So it's blowing out over the left field wall. Southwest wind. Think Wrigley Field. When the wind is blowing out at Wrigley Field, it's typically coming from the southwest. And it'll be at 10 to 13 miles an hour between now and end of the game. And the temperature could drop a couple of degrees, but we're going to be up in the high 80s for the majority of the night. Our first pitch forecast brought to you as always by Economy Electric heating and cooling. They keep you cool in the winter and they keep you cozy in winter. Keep you cool in the summer, keep you cozy in the winter. That's the way it ought to be. The IHSAA is taking a moment to recognize the Indiana State Police. A number of uniformed state troopers down by home plate now getting recognition. And we thank them for their service. There's been quite a few of them around here. I got a chance to talk to a few of them earlier. So the Indiana State Troopers getting it done. All right. Now we can get into our Great Lakes Sports Hub batting order. We'll start with the visiting Valparaiso Vikings. And Zach, correct me if I'm wrong. Either one of you Zachs, I got Zach Miller and Zach Zanelli flanking me. I believe Northwest Indiana's road game been the road team in all 4 games. Is that correct? Zach Miller confirms indeed. So 2 out of 3 so far. We'll try to make it 3 out of 4. Here's the batting order for Todd Evans. The Great Lakes Sports Hub batting order. Gabe Bush will lead things off and play center field. Trent Gill hits second and plays shortstop. Trevor Fentress will hit third and play first base. Caden Crowell is the pitcher hitting cleanup. Adler Holtz will play third and hit fifth. Max Ream is the catcher hitting sixth. DJ Malloy hits seventh and plays second base. Drayden Wilcox is the designated hitter in the eighth position. And Matt Savanich is the right fielder, and he will hit ninth for Todd Evans and the 25-5 Valparaiso Vikings. Valparaiso started the season at 1-4. That's right, 1-4. Now they're 25-5. They've won 19 in a row to get to this point. They've been red hot. Their pitching is on fire. We saw that last week in the semi-state 2-game series. They gave up just 1 hit, a no-hitter in the early game, a 1-hitter in the second. I think it was, 2 or 3 base runners all day, something like that, Zach, that reached against Valpo in the 2 games. So their pitching staff is, as I said right now, absolutely red hot. The Great Lakes Sports Hub, it's more than a dome. You can host your next team gathering at the Great Lakes Sports Hub in Crown Point. Check them out at the web at greatlakesportshub.com. We'll take a look at the defensive alignment for the home team in today's ball game. That is the Evansville North Huskies. Tyler Land is in left field. The center fielder is Mason Renfro, with Chad Millinax in right field. The third baseman in today's ball game is Dan Kranick. The shortstop is Brooks Carroll. Jake Wilkie is the second baseman. A.J. Baggett is the first baseman. The catcher in today's ball game is Connor Watson. Check that. The pitcher is Connor Watson. And the catcher is Vaught. That will be Aiden Vaught. And that, as I said, that is the Great Lakes Sports Hub batting order for the home team, for the visiting team Valpo, and the defensive alignment for the Evansville North Huskies. Right now, Valpo getting introduced over the PA system.
Third baseman, number 1, Edward Holtz. 96, catcher, number 4, Max Reed. 97, second baseman, number 10, P.J. Malloy. 98, designated hitter, number 9, Brayden Wilcox. 98, place of left fielder, number 6, Nate Simpson. 99, right fielder, number 8, Matt Savannah. Ladies and gentlemen, the Valparaiso Vikings.
And there you have the Valparaiso Vikings starters and the others all introduced. He'll do the Evansville North Huskies next. We'll listen into that.
Chris Coleman, Ryan Reynolds, John Newman, and Thomas Bentley. First one on the starter. Number 1, Brady Perry. Number 12, Jimmy Rice. Number 18, Braylon Bridgewater. Number 22, Adam Temper. Number 24, Alex Wheeler. Number 9, Martin Cross. Number 15, Jackson Hickman. Number 19, Jake Tenbar. Number 23, Mike Holt. Number 25, Colin England. And now the starting lineup. Leading off, third baseman, number 8, Nathan Frank. And he's second, shortstop, number 4, Brooks Carroll. And he's third, starting pitcher, number 17, Connor Watson. And he's leading off, first baseman, number 27, A.J. Baggett. And he's fifth, designated hitter, number 26, Carson Conley. And he's place of right fielder, number 5, Ted Mullins. And he's sixth, center fielder, number 7, Mason Renfro. And seventh, left fielder, number 2, Tyler Hand. And eighth, behind the plate, number 3, Aiden Fox. And batting ninth, number 11, Jake Wilkie. Ladies and gentlemen, Evansville North Huskies.
And there you have it. Both teams have been introduced. It's the final game of the weekend, the Class 4A Baseball State Championship. Both teams in green jerseys. And the difference, how we'll tell them apart, is Valpo has black pants on and Evansville North has white pants on. Valpo also has a green hat with a black bill, whereas North has a white hat with a black bill. Let's take a look at our Enigenberg Home Improvement hurlers for today's game. Connor Watson, 7-1 on the season for North. An 0.90 ERA. He started 9 games, completed 2 of them. He's thrown 62 innings on the year. Faced 247 batters, allowed 37 hits and 20 runs, only 8 of which were earned. He's had 15 walks and 77 strikeouts on the season. He is the Enigenberg Home Improvement hurler for Evansville North. Enigenberg, experienced roofing and siding contractor serving Indiana, Illinois, and Tennessee. Visit him on the web at ebergexteriors.com. All right, thank you for joining us. We're just moments away from the first pitch out here. Music blaring through the PA system here. A decent crowd in the upper deck today, the biggest one so far of the 4 games. Decent crowd, it looks like, downstairs as well. I don't think we're going to match the Jasper crowd, though, that came out yesterday. They had the entire left field side. But a good crowd nonetheless for both teams. Valpo looks to be very well represented. As well they should be. Their first ever trip down here to Indianapolis and Victory Field for a game of this magnitude. I know. It sounds hard to believe, but no, Valpo has never been to the state championship in baseball. Matter of fact, they'd never won a regional before this year. So uncharted territory all the way. But make no mistake, they are here to win. If they get it, it'll be 20 wins in a row because they're at 19 consecutive right now. All right, leading things off, it's going to be Gabe Bush. Bush, a .364 hitter on the season for Coach Evans. Here's the first pitch, outside for a ball. We are underway in the Class 4A State Baseball Championship. Chris Ramirez here. I'm calling the action. I'm flanked by my 2 Zachs. I got Zach Miller and Zach Zanelli with me. There's a pitch over for a strike, 1-1. Chris Backus is downstairs in the dugout, getting some footage from that level. So check our Instagram page. He's putting a bunch of cool stuff up there. Ground ball, a chopper to first. Picked up by the first baseman. Steps on first. That's A.J. Baggett. Gabe Bush is retired, unassisted on the ground out to the first baseman. Trent Gill's going to come up to the plate now. Trent's a .292 hitter this season. Right-handed hitter. Connor Watson, a right-handed pitcher, works from the stretch. He throws up high for a ball. Kicking the pitch, swung on and missed. Valparaiso, the third school, from Porter County to play this weekend for a state championship. Couts and Boone Grove being the other. That's over for a strike, 1-2. What the IHSAA is saying here in Indianapolis is it's the first time 3 teams from one county have played in a state championship game during the same year. That gets away back to the screen, even to count up at 2-2. So the state baseball championships went multi-class in 1998, same year as basketball. Ground ball fisted to third, backhand, no, can't make the play. Trent Gill is going to be on with a single. Sometimes you don't have to hit it hard. That ball dribbled up the left field line. He just punched it, he fisted it. 50, 60 feet up the line, the third baseman, Daniel Kranick, came up and tried to backhand and make a quick throw, but wasn't able to do it. Wasn't much he could do on it. I think Trent Gill was going to beat it out anyway. So Valpo with the first base runner of the game, and now Fentress is the hitter. Trevor Fentress. Fenners, actually, I'm sorry. I've written wrong here. Fenners. Throw over to first, runner back. Fenners a .367 hitter on the season. That's what you expect from your number 3 hitter. Good lead at first. The runner goes, got a great break, pretty well hit. Deep to left. Left fielder goes back. The ball still goes. It hits the wall. Gill's going to score. It'll be a triple. An RBI triple for Trevor Fenners. The wind is blowing out here tonight at, 12, 13 miles an hour, and we're looking at the flags, which is exactly where that ball was hit, and it just kept going and going and going. So he got a high fly ball, got some help from the wind. It's an RBI triple for Trevor Fenners, and Valparaiso has struck first. They lead 1-0. Big time there. Big time for Trevor Fenners. And now Caden Crowell, the pitcher, comes to the plate. Chance to pad his own lead. That pitch misses for a ball. Left-handed hitting Crowell, left-handed thrower as well. He's been on fire in the tournament. That one sliced foul along the left side, out of play. It's been a fun weekend, an eventful weekend here in Indianapolis. Hard to believe we're just a couple hours from it all being over. Fly ball, well hit, right field, right center, going back, way back, way back. Over the center fielder's head, it bounces over the wall. It's a ground rule double and an RBI for Caden Crowell. Valpo leads 2-0. They have tagged the last couple. Adler Holtz will now come to the plate. Timeout by the Huskies. The entire infield is meeting at the mound, as is the head coach. That's Jeremy Jones. He's in his 11th season here at North, 19th overall. He's had a pretty good run, 224 wins, only 100 losses while at Evansville North. Compare that to Todd Evans, also in his 11th season at Valpo. He's 178 and 90. So both coaches have done well in their respective programs. And the Valpo fans are rocking and rolling early in this one. Do us a favor, everybody, if you enjoy the coverage, hit the like button for us, maybe to give a share if you don't mind. Facebook likes it when you do that, so does YouTube. They give us some brownie points or bonus points for it, so we'd appreciate any help you can give us. Here's the pitch to Holtz. Righty versus righty now. That's over for a strike. Connor Watson has been tagged by the last two hitters for Valpo. Crowell at second. Here's the pitch. Down low. Nice stop by the catcher. Aiden Vaughn is the backstop for the North Huskies. Porter County has 3 teams here. Vandenberg County has 2. One of them is Evansville North. The other was Evansville Mater Dei, who got beat by Boone Grove in the earlier game. Here's the pitch. Up high, 2-1. Watson from the stretch, checks second. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, third baseman backs up, long throw across the diamond. It's going to pull the first baseman off the bag. That's going to be an error. Crowell stays at second, but Holtz is at first with an E5. Third baseman Kranick had problems with that all the way. He started backing up on it instead of charging it. Once he did that, the whole rhythm of the play was off. His footwork was messed up, and that caused a wide throw. Another timeout, this one by the catcher. And the umpire's going to go out to the mound. The home plate umpire's actually jogging to the mound, saying, hey, guys, come on, let's play ball. You just had one of these. Only one out in the inning. Max Ream is now the hitter. He's the catcher. Crowd clapping. Let's go, Max. Watson, long look at second. Here's the pitch. Smash into the outfield. Second base goes back. Oh, he makes a nice catch. That ball just sort of died. It jumped off the bat. Looked like it was going to drop in just out of reach of the second baseman and in front of the right fielder. But the second baseman, Wilkie, made a good reaction to retire Ream. We'll call that a line drive out. And that'll bring up DJ Malloy. Valpo would like to do a little more damage here if they can. That's over for a strike to the right-handed hitter, DJ Malloy. Here's the pitch. That's outside for a ball. Here's a pitch. That's outside. Two and one. 2 runners on. 2 batters out. Foul out of play. Right side. Valpo fan just misses it. That's over for a strike. The count is now even. Here we go. Runners take off. Strike 3 on the outside corner. 3-2 pitch. And the inning is over, but not before Valpo scores a couple of runs. They do it on a couple of hits. They leave a couple. There was an error in the inning as well. We're going to go to the bottom of the first. The Vikings lead 2-0 here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
At Strack & Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strackandvantil.com or download our app today.
We move now to the bottom of the first inning. Valparaiso with a 2 spot in the top half to take the lead. As Zach Miller pointed out between innings, it's nice to see a region team jump out early to a lead. Not something that's happened a lot this weekend. But despite that, we are 2 out of 3. And looking to make it 3 out of 4. Let's take a look at the Great Lakes Sports Hub batting order for the North Huskies of Evansville. Dan Kranick, the third baseman, leads off. Brooks Carroll, the shortstop, hits behind him. Connor Watkins, the pitcher. Watson will hit third. A.J. Baggett will play first base and hit cleanup. Carson Conley is the designated hitter in the 5th spot. Jason Renfro will hit 6th and play center field. Tyler Land is the left fielder hitting 7th. Jake Wilkie, the second baseman, hits 8th. And Chad Melanax, the right fielder, is batting 9th. The defensive alignment for Coach Todd Evans looks like this. Nate Simpson, Gabe Bush, and Matt Savanich in the outfield, left, center, and right. Adler Holtz, Trent Gill, DJ Malloy, and Trevor Fenners are the infielders from third around to first, with Caden Crowell on the hill and Max Ream behind the plate. Kranick steps in. Crowell will go from the stretch. Here's the kick and the pitch from the left-hander. Swung on and missed for strike 1. We are here at Victory Field. Thank you for joining us. Here's the pitch. Fouled back to the screen, 0-2. The city of Indianapolis is abuzz this weekend. All kinds of activity down here. Not only are the state baseball championships being played. Thursday night, the NBA Finals were just down the street. I imagine Sunday night, tomorrow night, this area will be packed with fans coming down to watch the game. This is Game 7 with the Pacers. There's a pitch swung on and missed, strike 3, first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Brooks Carroll. Crowell picking right up where he left off last week. A lot of things going on in Indianapolis this weekend. A couple other baseball and softball tournaments, travel-style tournaments in the area. And always a lot going on down here. There's a line drive into right field. The right fielder, Savanich, runs it down. Looked like that ball was going to slice away from him at first, but then it just sort of stayed on a straight line. And Savanich caught it for the second out of the inning. Connor Watson now the pitcher. Will step to the plate with 2 out. That's inside for a ball. The backdrop here, I wish you could see it. If we were doing video, you would. It is a gorgeous night out here. It's a little hot, but other than that, blue skies. And the backdrop of downtown Indianapolis here is what we get to look at. There's a pitch over for no, that misses 2-0. And looking at our numbers here on the broadcast, on the live stream tonight, it seems we've got quite a few people tuned in. Thank you very much. This we call the Fan Appreciation Freebie. We don't get to do video. We do have to pay to do the audio. There's a pitch over for a strike. But we choose not to pass that along. And we thank you guys for giving us a little bit of your time on a Saturday night. Pitch, oh, he pulled a string on that one, did Crowell, and the hitter, Watson, way out in front of it, way over the top of it. 2-2 the count now. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, chopper to third, picked up, thrown across the diamond in time. That's Holtz to Fenners. score that 5-3 on the putout. 1-2-3, nothing across. We will go to the second inning. Valpo leads 2-0 here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
With 40 years of experience serving Indiana, Illinois, and Tennessee, Enigenberg Exteriors has only had one goal in mind: to achieve excellent customer service. From commercial and residential roofing to siding, window, and door replacement, Enigenberg Exteriors delivers 110% customer satisfaction from the first hello to the final walkthrough. Visit enigenberg.com for more information or give them a call at 219-365-2837. Enigenberg Exteriors, restoring hope one project at a time.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
Stay tuned. After the ball game, we've got 3 awards to give out. The Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero, the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game, and Ironworkers Local 395, they have the Play of the Game. We don't want to leave out our bricklayers either. Local 4 will be looking for the best hands in the business type plays today here, or moments. And that could be just about anything that involves good handiwork, whether it's a bunt, a throw, a backhand defensive play, whatever it may be. If it involves good hands, we'll do our best to point it out, courtesy of our friends at Local 4. The bricklayers develop skills that'll last a lifetime. Find out more, visit BAC, B as in brick, BAClocal4.org. All right, Valpo leads 2-0. As we go to the top of the second, I got to keep checking every time. Everybody's in green here today, so you got to kind of, that, which is almost never the case that the two teams have the identical colored jerseys on. It's a slight variation of shade of green. I would say North is more of a forest green. And maybe Valpo, a Kelly green, would you say? Kind of an Irish green, a Kelly green, would you call that? Valpo fans, if you want to chime in on that, write in on the comments if I've got that wrong. But it looks kind of, I always thought they were a little bit darker shade of green too, but this is a little bit brighter shade. And this jersey is giving them a 2-0 lead here, so let's go with it. Here's the pitch. This is Drayden Wilcox, the designated hitter, right-handed batter. Wilcox, I did it again. Watson from the stretch. That's over for a strike, 0-2. Watson, a long look in. Took a lot of time and ended up throwing that pitch about 3 feet outside in the dirt. Land, Renfro, and Melinex are the outfielders left to right. Kranick, Carroll, Wilkie, and Baggett, the infielders, third to first, with Watson and Vaughn as the battery mates. There's another pitch down low and outside. Here's the kick in the 2-2. Ground ball over to third, picked up, throws across the diamond in time for the 5-3 put out, one down. Matt Savanich now, the number 9 hitter, steps in. He's a lefty. Valpo's going to be tough to beat with a 2-run lead and Crowell on the mound. Let's see if they can get it done. Pitch fouled back. Here's the 0-1. That's into short left center. 3 players converge. It's going to be the left fielder who runs it down and makes the catch. Savanich is retired. We'll go to the top of the order now. It's Gabe Bush. Gabe is a left-handed hitter. Line smash, center field, but right at the center fielder, Renfro. Bush hit it hard, but he hit it right at him. 1-2-3, nothing across. We will go to the bottom of the second. Valpo leads 2-0 here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Calling all current and future homeowners in the Northwest Indiana area. Whether you're buying or selling, Brent Wright is here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful. With years of experience, personalized service, and a deep knowledge of the market, Brent will help you find the perfect place or get the best deal for your property. Call today at 219-406-7195 and take the first step toward your real estate goals. Contact Brent Wright, the right way to buy and sell real estate.
And we are back out here at Victory Field in downtown Indianapolis. Chris Ramirez flanked by the 2 Zacks, Miller and Zanelli. Valpo leads 2-0 as we go to the bottom half of inning number 2. And we have confirmed that it is Kelly Green. At least that's what a comment we got, and we thank you for that comment. What we like about the comment, Zach, is we know somebody out there is paying attention to us. We can see we have listeners or viewers or whatever you want to call them, but are they paying attention? Well, we know at least one of you are, and thank you very much. All right, leading things off, it's going to be the first baseman, number 27, A.J. Baggett. Left-handed hitter, so it'll be a lefty versus lefty scenario as Crowell works from the stretch. The cleanup hitter, Baggett, shows bunt and then pulls his bat back. Never had a chance to really get a good look or swing at that pitch, which was a strike right down the middle. There's a pop-up foul back this way, right through the hands of one of the North fans to our left. So now 0-2. Boy, that first little bunt flinch that Baggett had cost him a beautiful pitch to swing at, and now he's in an 0-2 hole. Here's the kick. Woo! Strike 3. Taken. What a pitch. Absolutely froze Baggett. 1 down in the inning. That's 2 strikeouts out of 4 batters. Now Carson Connolly, a right-handed hitter, comes to the plate. 3 pitches, 3 strikes in that at bat. To their cleanup hitter, folks, in the state championship game. Here's the pitch. Check swing, that's a strike. Crowell is rolling out there. That pitch is over for a strike. He's got so much movement on these pitches, the batters are just frozen in the box. I mean, these are, they're not coming up there 95 miles an hour. These last couple of pitches haven't been that fast. Now, there's a heater, but that one misses. Kicking the pitch. Check swing roller to second. Picked up by Malloy. Throws over to first. In time. 2 out in the inning, and that's going to bring up Renfro. Mason Renfro. Here's the pitch. That is over for a strike. 1-1 is the count. 2 out in the inning. Kicking the pitch. Swung on and missed. Counts now 1-2. Crowell has the sign. Here's the pitch. Ooh, that just missed on the inside. Woo! Here's the pitch. Ground ball. Over to third. Picked up. Over to first. A close play, but they get the out, and the inning is retired. That's Holtz. 2 Fenners. 1, 2, 3 in the inning. Nothing across. We're going to go to the third. Valpo leads it 2-0 here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
With offices in Munster and Cedar Lake, Ethos Dental Group offers a full scope of general and cosmetic dentistry with expertise ranging from porcelain veneers to dental implants, crowns, and bridges. At Ethos Dental Group, you're assured that Dr. Mark Stojkovic and his associates, Dr. Emily Hansen and Dr. Brian Douts, utilize the latest in technology. Check out ethosdentalgroup.com or call 219-595-3432 to schedule an appointment. Ethos Dental Group, dental care you can believe in.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the Nika Contractors and Electrical Workers of Local 531.
Welcome back, everybody, to Region Sports Network coverage of the Class 4A State Baseball Championship game from Victory Field. Northwest Indiana trying to make it 3 out of 4. Couts got beat in the early game. After that, we've had 2 victories. Andrean got the win last night in a 3A game and a dramatic come-from-behind, thrilling finish. Boone Grove put, a 5 spot up in the 7th inning, top of the 7th earlier today to get that win over Evansville Mater Dei. And Valpo put up a 2 spot here in the 1st inning. And against Caden Kroll, that's going to be really, 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 really tough to beat. All right, who we got coming up this inning? Let's take a look. It's the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, and they're the ones that got it done last inning. Let's see if they can do it again, starting with shortstop Trent Gill. He'll be followed by Trevor Fenners, and then the pitcher, Caden Kroll. Gill in the batter's box. Here comes the pitch. Way up high for a ball. That pitch is fouled back to the screen. The count is 1-1. We'll be looking for the Ironworkers Local 395 play of the game. Have we seen it already? Who knows? But we will have to take some notes, Zach, in case we see anything that we want to remember later. Our good friends at the Ironworkers Local 395. And we are happy to have them as partners. There's a pitch fouled out of play right side. We do a lot of work with the unions, the trade unions here in Northwest Indiana, including the Boilermakers Local 374, as well as the Electricians Local 597. There's a pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. Gill is retired here in the third, and that'll bring up Fenners, who hit a triple off the wall in left field last at bat to drive in the first run of the game. Ball that got in the air and just kept going and going and going. See if he can give another one a ride. That's over for a strike. What I do notice is that the left fielder is significantly deeper. He's even backing up as I speak than he was in the previous at-bat for Fenners. Here's the pitch. That one's fisted on the infield, but foul. It hit him in the batter's box, so it's a foul ball. And he's in a little bit of pain. He's going to be all right, I think, but he is in a little bit of pain there. No balls, 2 strikes. Fenner's walking around a little bit. I think that ball got him on the foot. All right, here we go. Watson on the rubber. Here comes the pitch. That misses outside. There's a pitch over at the knees, taken for strike 3, and Fenners knew it. He was walking back towards the dugout before the umpire even raised his arm. Great pitch. Caden Crowell now the hitter. Crowell drove in a run with a ground rule double in his previous at bat. That misses for a ball. That misses down low. 2 balls, no strikes. Watson is set. Here comes the pitch. Line drive smash into left field for a base hit. Crowell goes the other way. He's 2 for 2 on the game and making an early bid to be our Lantern Man superhero. We're going to have a courtesy runner. I didn't get the number. Can you see that at all, Zach? If you catch that number, let me know. Holtz now the hitter. He reached on an error his previous at bat. There's a line drive smash into left field for a base hit. Valpo wasting no time. They're going up there hacking. Runners at first and second now with 2 out. 17 is our base runner. So we will get you a name on that. That's Logan Dilly. A 6'1" outfielder. You know what it doesn't have here? Are their grades? Oh, here it is. Yep. Dilly, the base runner, is a junior. Okay, this is Max Ream, the catcher. Runners at first and second. There are 2 out. But a base hit could potentially score another run for the Vikings. Here's the pitch from Watson. That's over for a strike, says the home plate umpire. 1-1 to count. Watson has the sign. Here's the pitch. That's over for a strike. Ream didn't like either one of those two. Let's see if he gets one to his liking here. 1-2 the count. Valpo fans making some noise. So are the Evansville fans. Here's the pitch. I think that hit him. It did with a 1-2 count. And the bit of a controversy here. Let's see what's going on. Is the catcher and the umpire, or the manager, head coach rather, come and have a word with the home plate umpire. I think they're trying to say that Ream either didn't move or moved into it. But the bases are going to be loaded. Jeremy Jones does not like the call, but it's going to stand. Runners now at first, second, and third after the hit batter. Valpo with an opportunity here to bust it open. There's a big gap in left center field. Hit one out there, it's going to clear the bases. Up, instead he's going to go the other way to right center, and that'll bring in 1 run. Here comes another. They won't have a throw home. It's 4-0 Valpo, a 2-run single for DJ Malloy. Ream goes to third. Malloy is at first. Time is called. We're going to have a pitching change. Zach, let's dial up a 30-second commercial while we figure out what exactly the changes are going to be here. We'll be back after this. It's Valpo 4, Evansville North nothing here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
All right, Braden Perry is coming in to pitch. I don't know yet. We're still trying to figure out if there's been any other changes, or if Connor Watkins has stayed in the ball game. I didn't notice. I wasn't able to check that. Let's take a look at Brandon Perry. He's the new Ennigenberg home improvement hurler now for the Huskies. 4-4 record on the year, 140 ERA, 54 2/3 innings. He's allowed 33 runs, 19 of them were earned. Check that. That's 33 hits, 19 runs, 11 of them earned. He's walked 17 and he struck out 70. So 70 strikeouts in 54 and 2/3 innings. Better than a strikeout per. Watson's at first. Okay. So Baguette, I saw Baguette in the outfield. 27 went to the outfield. Baguette, A.J. Baguette. He's a lefty. That may be him in right. I'll try to verify that. And that would mean Mullenix may be out of the ball game. We'll try to get that figured out. Is that what you're seeing, Zach? That's what we think it is. All right, Valpo in good shape here, everybody. 4-0. They've got 6 hits in the ball game. No errors for Evansville North, no runs, no hits, and 1 error. That was a costly one. Wilcox now. Drayden Wilcox swings and misses for strike 1. There are runners at the corner, so Valpo can pad this lead here with a base hit. Runner at first, he goes. The throw's going to be down to third. Runner dives back in safe. The third baseman wasn't there covering. He had to hustle over, sort of dive to make the catch. Now runners at second and third. A hit could score 2. Let's see if Wilcox can come through. Here's the pitch. Outside, nice stop by the catcher. Two balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That evens the count at 2-2 now. Here's the pitch. Fly ball out of play right side. Gave it a pretty good ride, but it sliced foul. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 to retire the side. But not before Valpo plates a couple of more runs. They now lead 4-0 as we go to the bottom of the third here on the Region Sports Network. The only game in town.
With offices in Munster and Cedar Lake, Ethos Dental Group offers a full scope of general and cosmetic dentistry with expertise ranging from porcelain veneers to dental implants, crowns, and bridges. At Ethos Dental Group, you're assured that Dr. Mark Stojkovic and his associates, Dr. Emily Hansen and Dr. Brian Douts, utilize the latest in technology. Check out ethosdentalgroup.com or call 219-595-3432 to schedule an appointment. Ethos Dental Group, dental care you can believe in.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the NECA contractors and electrical workers of Local 531.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to Victory Field. Valpo with a comfortable lead at this point, 4-0. I say comfortable because they've got maybe the best pitcher in the state in Caden Crowell throwing for them tonight. So this is a seemingly very, very, very comfortable lead. But really, that's not how it works. Doesn't really matter how comfortable it is. You still got to get it done, and Valparaiso is planning to do just that, I'm sure. All right, leading things off in the bottom of the third will be Tyler Land. This is the bottom third of the order. Valparaiso's been through the lineup twice with the exception of the number 9 hitter. This is the number 7 hitter for Evansville North. Crowell steps off the mound there. Looks like maybe a bunch of mosquitoes are hitting him at the moment. So he's swatting something away. Now he's set. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball. First baseman scoops it up, steps on the bag. That's as easy as it gets. Ground out to first, and that'll bring up Jeff Wilkie. Crowell is simply overmatching the hitters, period. It's almost like they don't have a chance out there. I don't mean to jinx them. I hope that doesn't change. But right now, they're barely getting any. I mean, that was a weak tapper to first. All right, Wilkie, the second baseman now. Here's the pitch. That's over for a fastball over for a strike. Oh, that was a ball? No, that was a strike. Oh, Vaught's the hitter. I'm sorry, Vaught. How did I get Wilkie in there? Well, Wilkie must be getting hit for then by Conley, the second baseman then. Okay. But that's different than what our score sheet says. Vaught, fly ball, center field. That's caught by Bush. Chad Mullenix was the scheduled hitter, but we think he might have come out. This is Wilkie. Okay, wow, what's going on? This is not what we have for our official batting orders as they were turned in. So I don't know exactly what's happening with that, but this is Wilkie. It's not Mullenix. Oh, wait a second. Okay, I see something here different. Okay, Mullenix is not batting in the game. Mullenix is the player being DH'd for. He fouls one off. 1-1 is the count. 2 out in the inning. That misses. 2-1 the count now. A little bit of a breeze circulating here through the stadium, putting a smile on a lot of faces. That pitch is over for a strike. 2-2 the count. Crowell with the sign. Here's the pitch. Just misses inside. Crowell working quickly. That's a strike, and the inning is over. He is just unbelievable. No runs, no hits, no errors, and, of course, nobody left. We're going to go to the 4th inning. Valpo up by 4 here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
IBEW Local 697 isn't just wiring buildings. We're woven into the very fabric of Northwest Indiana. We're your neighbors. Our kids go to school with yours. We stand in the same bleachers cheering for the same high school teams. When you hire a union electrician, you're not just getting the highest quality work. You're supporting our community. IBEW Local 697, proudly powering our own.
If you are injured in a worksite accident or hurt by a defective product, go with the guy that has a proven track record litigating these cases. Otto Schragle, a principal partner at the Allen Law Group, will make sure those responsible for hurting you are held to account for their negligence. With multiple offices in Indiana and Illinois, you can reach them at 219-465-6292 or reach them out on the web at www.kenallenlaw.com.
All right, we are back at Victory Field, fourth inning. And Valpo leads by 4. Matt Savanich will lead things off. He'll be followed by the top of the order. Gabe Bush, then Trent Gill. Little extra time between innings in this particular frame for some reason. But that's okay. We'll catch our breath here and get set to call the action when it gets restarted. The fourth and final championship game out here at Victory Field this weekend. Couts Mustangs fell in the 1A game. That was the first of the 4. That was followed by Andrean last night, who pulled out a late inning thrilling comeback to beat Jasper. They beat Jasper last night. Then earlier today, Boone Grove put 5 runs up in the top of the 7th inning to beat Evansville Mater Dei 6-1. And now Valpo up 4-0 here in the 4th inning, looking to make it 3 out of 4 for the Northwest Indiana teams. Savanich flew to left field for an out his previous at bat. Swings on the first pitch, fouls it out. A play left side. Todd Evans, the head coach of the Valparaiso Vikings, now in his 11th season, finishing up his 11th season. Boy, it's hard to believe it's been that long. I remember where I was when I got told Todd Evans had been hired. That pitch fouled off near home plate. Here's the pitch. Fouled back to the screen. Braden Perry is the pitcher now for Evansville North. Aiden Vaught's the catcher. Land, Renfro, and Baggett are the outfielders, left, center, and right. Kranick, Carroll, Wilkie, and Watson the infield third to first. Swung on and missed, but it's a drop third, gets away. Going to be a close play at first. Oh, that throw gets away. Safe at first, and we have a collision between Watson and the base runner, Savanich. But Savanich will be safe at first base on the drop third. And the thing about the drop third, we've got an out called now. The runner is out now. Home plate umpire making the call. Wasn't the base umpire. Todd Evans wants an explanation on this, and I don't blame him. The collision happened It was incidental contact, in my opinion. I don't know what the base runner was expected to do. The first baseman was there, jumping in the air to catch the ball and getting pulled off the bag behind it. The base runner is still at first. He has not left. The umpires are pointing down to him, I think telling him to go to the dugout, because he has been called out. But the first base coach just handed him his helmet, which Savanich just put on his head, and he's standing at first base with Todd Evans talking to both the home plate and third base umpire. But I don't think he's going to get his way here. And they are pointing to the dugout and calling him out. Oh, and that's going to light up the Valpo fans, and I don't blame them. I'm not sure what happened there. I'm not sure why that was called out. Let's see if we can find Larry Babcock or Craig Faught, if you're in the house. Come up and give us an explanation on the umpire's behalf. I don't even know how to score that. That would be a strikeout, but a drop third. Runner interference, I guess? I don't know. We'll try to find out for you. Fly ball, right field. This is Bush. He'll be retired. And now Gill, the hitter. Trent Gill, 1 for 2 in the ball game, scored the first run. Gill shows bunt, pulls back. Takes it for a strike, however. Now it's 0-2 the count. 2 out in the inning. After a slow start, a slow first half inning, this game's moved along. Gill swings and misses for strike 3. Top half of the fourth is over. We'll go to the bottom half. Valpo still up 4 here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I've received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Okay, we move here to the bottom half of the fourth inning. And we do have an explanation. Running lane interference. Runner has to run on the foul side of the line. That's why there's that 45-foot chalk mark down there. This is coming straight from umpire Craig Faught, a longtime region umpire. So now we know. Runner has to run in foul territory. That's just not something that you see come up a lot. Because how many times, I mean, they never get called out for not doing that. Well, I won't say never, but we see guys run outside of that dirt area. Another thing, some baseball fields, high school fields, it's an all-grass situation with the line down there. So foul territory can be, I don't know, a little deceiving perhaps, but either way, we understand what happened now. What I'm confused about is why it took so long and why two umpires didn't call it, why it took the home plate umpire to call it. The first baseman umpire, to my knowledge, did not call it. I don't know if that's his call or not, but we at least have an explanation. One ball, one strike. That pitch just missed the foot of the batter. Is this Kranick? I believe it is. Then again, maybe it isn't. No, it is. It's Kranick. Okay, leadoff man. Correct. All right. Here's the pitch. That misses. 3-1 the count. I don't think Crowell has been in a 3-1 count all night long. I don't know if he's pitched three bad ones to any particular batter. There's a pitch swung on and missed. 3-2 count now. Time is called. As Crowell's getting ready to release the ball, that's an odd timing for the umpire to call the stoppage of play there. Crowell was in his motion, it looked like to me, and you never want to stop there is what I'm told. You got to release the ball, and he did, and it sort of went over the batter's head, towards the third base side. Bizarre, but that's over with now. And here comes the 3-2. Fouled back to the screen by Kranick. Crowell has the ball. He's looking to work quick. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Second baseman goes out. Now it's carrying, still carrying. Second baseman goes back a little farther. Center fielder comes in, and it's the second baseman, DJ Malloy, who chases it down. Malloy with a long run on that. Stayed with it. It was a slow-moving fly ball, to say the least. And now Brooks Carroll is the hitter. That pitch misses for a ball. That pitch misses down low for a ball also. 2-0 the count. Valparaiso making their first ever appearance in a state championship baseball game. And I know a lot of people find it hard to believe that they hadn't won a regional before this year. I mean, Valpo's been so successful in everything. Ground ball up the middle. Second baseman Malloy tracks it down. Throws over to first in time. Nice play to retire Brooks Carroll. And that'll bring up Connor Watson, starting pitcher, now playing first base. My question to the Valpo fans, I mean, obviously we know about Jeff Samardzija, great career in the major leagues, Valpo baseball player. Who are the other great Valpo baseball players? When Valpo people think of great players, who do they think of? Here's a fly ball, deep to left, way back, way back. That ball hits off the top of the wall. It's going to be a double. I thought it had left the ballpark. That's the first hit of the game for Evansville, and it's a double. He really gave that a ride. And that is the way the wind is blowing. If you're going to get a little help here, it's going to be that way, towards left field. So North looking to threaten here. Runner at second base. But again, to the Valpo fans, if you feel like chiming in, tell us who have been some of the great players throughout history. Obviously, we know about Jeff Samardzija. Tim Bishop certainly is a name that comes to mind. Ground ball, high hopper, first baseman has it. He'll grab it, touch the bag to retire the side, and A.J. Baggett. So 1, 2, 3, check that. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We're going to go to the 5th inning. Valpo leads it 4-0 here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
The Athletic Performance Factory is Northwest Indiana's premier athletic training center. The 40,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility features batting cages, a sand training room, a new outdoor turf infield, and so much more. Check out the facility for one of their daily classes at 3150 45th Street in Highland. Interested in signing up for team workouts or individual lessons? Check out their website at trainapf.com or contact them at 219-750-1087. Athletic Performance Factory, where athletes are made.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep, skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Did you get that, Zach? From the announcement from the PA? Are we seeing a pitching change? No pitching change? Okay. All right, we're just about set for action. I want to thank all the viewers and listeners. We're getting quite a few comments on Valpo players from years past. It's a good time to celebrate the history of Valpo athletics, Valpo baseball. There's a line drive into right field. That's going to be a leadoff single. Trevor Fenners with his second hit of the ball game. Caden Crowell steps up now. He's got a couple of hits in the ball game. Here's the pitch. Inside for a ball. Inside. Nope, that's inside corner, I should say. That'll even the count at 1-1. Thank you to everybody back home listening or wherever you may be. If you don't mind, a like, a share, a comment would be appreciated. There's a ground ball smash in the hole between short and third. The 3 base hits now for Crowell. If he's not going to be our superhero, something strange is going to have to happen between now and the end of the ball game. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Valpo threatening again. We'll get a runner at first for Crowell. That is number 17, and I believe that'll be Dilly again. It is Logan Dilly, the junior. He looks fast. A gapper into right or left center would score him from first base. This brings up Holtz. First baseman is in on the grass. That pitch is over for a strike. Third baseman even with the bag. Shortstop shaded over towards second. So a big hole between third and short again. Also a pretty big hole up the middle. Here's the pitch. Foul back to the screen. 0-2. You know what? Todd Evans, a Valpo ball player, somebody just mentioned. That's right. And he played with Sam Samardzija, who came before Jeff. Scott Volk is a name I see on here. Some of the great Vikings from years past. Feel free to keep posting. I'll mention what I can. A lot of people mentioning Tim Bishop as being one of the greats in Valpo history. I know the Times has the, I believe it's the male athlete of the year that's named after, in honor of Tim Bishop. There's a pitch. Holtz takes for strike 3. That's the first out of the inning. And now Max Ream comes up. Here's the pitch. That's over for a strike. I see a couple of people asking what happened on that play. We did get that play at first. We did get an explanation from an umpire who's in the house who said that was baseline interference. So that collision at first must have happened in fair territory. There's a bunt out in front of the mound. It's going to be a close play out at first. A great bunt right up the first base line. The pitcher came over, grabbed it, made a quick throw. Ream dove into first base, head first, in a bang-bang play, but the umpire called him out. So the runners do advance, now second and third. However, there are 2 out. DJ Malloy is now the hitter. Time is called. Infield comes to the mound, as does Jeremy Jones, the head coach for Evansville North. Yeah, we thought maybe it was runner interference. I don't know if runner interference is the same as baseline interference, and that's what we were being told that call was, that the base runner should have been running in on the foul territory side of the baseline. Had he done that, then he would have been safe at first, but apparently he was on the chalk line, which rendered him out on that play. DJ Malloy, an opportunity to drive in 2 runs. There are 2 outs out, however. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, a line drive rather, into right field. 1 run is going to score. They're going to hold the runner up from second, who rounds third. So Fentress scores. It's now 5-0. The runner for Crowell is Dilly. He stops at third. It's an RBI single for Malloy. And that'll bring up Drayden Wilcox. Valpo with a commanding 5-run lead here in the top of the fifth. And they have arguably the best pitcher in the state going for them tonight. So Valpo fans probably feeling pretty confident right now, and I don't blame them. There goes the runner from first. They're going to throw down safe at second. The shortstop came in, looked like he was going to intercept that in case the runner from third broke, which he didn't. So safe at second with a stolen base for Malloy. Now, again, runners at second and third. If Wilcox can get a hit, 2 runs might score here. Kicking the pitch. Over for a strike. 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Vikings. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 error for the Huskies of Evansville North. Time is called. Time is called by the hitter. Pitcher's ready to work. Hitter steps out. Now he's back in. Savanich is on deck. Then it's the top of the order if they can get there. Outside for a ball. 1-2. Perry stares a hole through the catcher. Here's the pitch. Line drive foul, right side. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. The inning is over, but not before Valpo scores another. They do it on 3 base hits. Our score now as we go to the bottom of the fifth, it's Valpo 5, Evansville North nothing, here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Better Beef of Indiana. Hormone-free, locally raised, and locally processed beef. Better Beef of Indiana is located in Valpo at 2600 Beach Street, where you could buy individual cuts of beef completely raised in Hebron. From single pounds of ground beef to filet mignon, Better Beef of Indiana has it all. Visit their website at betterbeefindiana.com. Follow them on Facebook or call the owner, Kevin, directly at 219-508-5797. Better Beef of Indiana, where quality meets value.
With an official Champs ring. Visit champsforever.com to learn more.
All right, we're back out here at Victory Field. It's the bottom of the fifth inning. The Huskies are coming to bat, down 5 runs against arguably the best pitcher in the state. At least the last month he's been. All right, let's take a look at who's coming up. Looks like it'll be Carson Conley, Mason Renfro, and Tyler Land. The Valpo defense looks like this. Nate Simpson, Gabe Bush, Matt Savanich in the outfield, left, center, and right. Adler Holtz, Trent Gill, DJ Malloy, and Trevor Fenners are the infielders from third to first, with Caden Crowell on the hill and Max Ream behind the plate. Give you a few of the other names of the Vikings here as we go along. Here's the pitch from Crowell, swung on and missed. Some of the other names on the Valpo Vikings that may not get their names mentioned today: Jaden Andrews, Nathan Nightingale, fly ball left field. Simpson goes back and makes the catch. 1 out. Take a look at some of these other names here on the roster. Austin McKenzie, Noah Cena, Grant McFarden, Logan Dilly we've mentioned, William Jepson, Kellen Hosick, Lucas Haas, Zach Troxel, Gordon Wineland, Benjamin Glass, and Thomas Pastoret. Some of the other Vikings. Happy to give him a mention. Fouled back to the screen. Pastoret. I'm thinking Hobart Bricky's in the 80s. Does that sound right, anybody? Can any of our Valpo fans verify? I'm thinking a linebacker. Brian Pastoret is a name. I don't know if it's any relation or not, but it's just a name that popped into my head. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Renfro is retired, and that'll bring up Tyler Land with 2 out. Caden Crowell had a no-hitter last week at semi-state in the opener. He's got a 1-hitter tonight in the state championship game. Not a bad week of work. That's over for a strike, 1-1 to count. Twilight time here in downtown Indianapolis. It gets, you guys notice, Zach and Zach, you notice it gets dark a lot later down here. It's 9:30, it's still white out. I don't think that's the case back at home. I mean, obviously you have the hour time differential. There's a pitch on the outside corner for a strike. I don't know. I gotta say, I kind of agree with the extra hour of light late in the evening. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 strikeouts. Caden Crowell is rolling. We're going to go to the 6th. Valpo up big here on the Region Sports Network. The only game in town.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantail.com or download our app today.
And we move now to the top half of the 6th inning. Valpo coming up looking to pad their lead. With Crowell, I don't think they're going to need it, but it doesn't hurt. So who we got? Savanich will lead things off. Then we'll go to the top of the order. The TV timeouts must be running a little long here late in the ball game, huh? Second consecutive inning, there's been a long delay ahead of getting started, but that's okay. We're not in any rush. Actually, the sooner we get this over, the sooner Valpo can hoist that state championship trophy. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but they're up big. They're batting, and they got the best pitcher in the state on the hill. So I'm feeling good about their chances, and I hope you are too. Well, the leadoff hitter now, or the number 9 hitter, I should say, is Savanich. He'll be followed by the leadoff hitter, Gabe Bush. That pitch is inside. Almost hit him. Kicking the pitch. Ground ball, second baseman. Runs over, scoops it up, makes a throw to first in time. Nice play by the second baseman. That ball could have been headed to right field, but the second baseman covered a lot of ground. That's Wilkie. And now we'll go to the top of the order. It's Gabe Bush. Gabe 0 for 3. Looking to get on base here in the state championship. Fly ball, deep to left, but foul. Good crowd on hand for both teams. Kind of what you'd expect for a 4A game. Northwest versus the Southwest for the third out of the 4 games. That's bunted foul. I mentioned earlier that the region, the Northwest Indiana schools, had been the visitors in all the games, and somebody pointed out here in the comments that all South teams, it's the way it works, I guess. The South is home this year. I guess that's what Michael Bradner was alluding to yesterday, that he'd rather see the regular season record play a factor. Fly ball, that's deep down the right field line, but foul. Victory Field, if you haven't been here, it's a great facility. If you've ever been to U.S. Steel Yard where the Railcats play, it's a bigger and better version of that. I think the Railcats were trying to come up with something similar. Difference is the Indians have they're in a downtown area, a city of 1 million people, and they're affiliated as a AAA ball club. They're affiliated with a major league team. There's a pitch upstairs. 3-2. The count is now full. Whereas the Railcats are an unaffiliated single-A program located in downtown Gary. So it's a little bit different. You really can't compare the two, but foul back to the screen. I know that the stadium here is a bigger version. The Railcat Stadium is literally a mini version of this. And this is just, but the backdrop here, I mean, as great as everything is in this facility, the backdrop is what really sets it apart. Downtown Indianapolis, the skyline, the skyscrapers, all over the center field, left field center, and right field walls. There's ball 4. Gabe Bush does get on base in the championship game and does so with a base on balls. Now Trent Gill, the hitter. Wasn't there a Max Gill at Valpo recently a few years ago? I wonder if this is any relation. A younger brother, perhaps? Throw over to first. Quick throw. Runner has to dive back in, but gets there safely. Another throw. I think they got him. They do. They do. Oh, that's too bad for Gabe Bush. Picked off in the state championship game after finally getting on base. Hopefully that won't play a factor as Valpo has a big lead. There are 2 out in the inning now. Fouled out of play right side. That does change the dynamic of the inning, though, rather than having your number 2 hitter up with 1 out and a runner on first. It's now 2 out, nobody on. Upstairs, that'll even it at 1-1. swing and a miss. 1-2 the count now. And there's a pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. The inning is over. The side has been retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Valpo up by 5 here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
With 40 years of experience serving Indiana, Illinois, and Tennessee, Enegenberg Exteriors has only had one goal in mind: to achieve excellent customer service. From commercial and residential roofing to siding, window, and door replacement, Enegenberg Exteriors delivers 110% customer satisfaction from the first hello to the final walkthrough. Visit enegenberg.com for more information or give them a call at 219-365-2837. Enegenberg Exteriors, restoring hope one project at a time.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
We move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Valpo in total command right now, 5-0. Caden Crowell giving up just one hit. I have him as only going to a 3-ball count one time in the game. He's really just been mowing them down. One after another. It's not the first time. He's been doing it throughout the tournament, late in the season. Valpo's won 19 in a row, so they have been red hot. I mean, you look at their 4 pitchers listed in the program here: Caden Crowell, Trevor Fenners, Adler Holtz, and Zach Troxel. Not one of them has an ERA higher than 2.33. Crowell's ERA is 0.29. 0.29. I didn't even know you could get that low. 0.29. Less than 1/3 of a run per game. And that's based on 7 innings in high school, right? Would have to be, yeah. An ERA, so it's 9, and it's based on a 9-inning, situation in the pros. But I believe it's 7 in high school, so I mean, less than 1/3 of a run per game. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 6th. Two balls, no strikes. A.J. Vaught, the catcher, is the hitter. He takes a strike, 2-1 to count. Boone Grove and Andrean have already won for Northwest Indiana. Valpo trying to make it 3 out of 4. I'm hesitant to say region. This Couch certainly is Northwest Indiana. I don't know if they consider themselves the industrial part of the region or not down there. There's ball 4, first walk of the game. And Valpo, obviously part of Northwest Indiana, but again, at least when I was growing up, Valpo would have been Northwest Indiana, but not necessarily the region. But I don't know, you Valpo folks that are paying attention to us here, if you're watching, listening, is Valpo part of the region or is it part of Northwest Indiana? I mean, if you want to be in, we'll have you. I just know that there was a time when Valpo, if you went to Valpo and asked them where the region was, they would point towards East Chicago. But the area has grown as we've all moved through the generations and spread the area out. There's a pitch inside. This is Wilkie, the hitter. Two balls, no strikes now. That pitch misses, but it was close. Crowell didn't like it. The catcher calls time. He's going to walk out to the mound as Crowell gets off of the mound, and the umpire follows the catcher all the way. And the catcher turns around, practically bumps into the umpire. Now we're going to have timeout as Todd Evans comes out of the dugout. He's going to have the infield over for a confab. Not sure about what the situation was with the home plate umpire following the catcher step for step all the way out to the mound. They obviously did not like that pitch call. Unfortunately, I have not gotten the names of the umpires tonight, or I would pass them along to you. And you know what? We might second guess them from time to time or question some of their calls, but they know what they're doing down there. But it's baseball. If you don't second guess the umpires once in a while, then it's not baseball. There's a pitch inside, ball 4. Oh, no, wow, strike. And they've got the runner caught up. He's out. Wow, all right, let me explain what happened. All right, the batter thought it was ball 4. He started running down to first base. Umpire with a slow delayed call, put his arm up, said, no, that's a strike. The runner had already taken off from first and headed towards second. The catcher threw down. They tagged him. I thought he was out. Now he's standing at second base. So let's see. Is he out or is he safe? Jeremy Jones, the head coach, is down at home plate having a word with the umpire. They're waving the base runner off. He's got to go to the dugout. Yeah, I really don't know what the coach is saying to the umpire. I really don't know. That pitch is over for a strike, and the batter almost ran again, and Jeremy Jones is halfway down from the coach's box to home plate. Ground ball, shortstop, long throw, gets him in time for the out. Wow, nice play. Trent Gill went deep in the hole. The third baseman Holtz dove for it, couldn't get it. Gill backhanded it and threw in one motion to get the out. Wilkie is retired. So that'll be a caught stealing on Vaught. 2-6 on the putout, and this will be 6-3 on Wilkie, and now we'll go to the leadoff man, Kranick. Swung on and missed. Checking our comments. Want to say hello to Mark Cozy, who's listening, and Chris Arnold as well. A couple of my buddies. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Swung on, fouled back to the screen. Bottom of the 6th inning. 2 out. Valpo just 4 outs away from winning the school's first ever baseball state championship. Kicking the pitch. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Oh, my, and the hitter is staring a hole through the umpire as he walks back to the dugout, and I can see why that did look a little outside. But anyway, the inning is over, so it doesn't matter. We're going to go to the 7th. Valpo trying to win a state championship here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Calling all current and future homeowners in the Northwest Indiana area. Whether you're buying or selling, Brent Wright is here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful. With years of experience, personalized service, and a deep knowledge of the market, Brent will help you find the perfect place or get the best deal for your property. Call today at 219-406-7195 and take the first step toward your real estate goals. Contact Brent Wright, the right way to buy and sell real estate.
All right. Thank you for staying with us. We go to the 7th inning. Valpo with a dominating lead here, 5-0. I say dominating with 5 runs. When you got Caden Crowell on the mound, it's going to take a grand slam and a home run just to tie you. And you've only got 3 outs to go. I feel pretty good about my chances if I were a Valpo player or a Valpo fan right now. All right, who we got coming up here? Looks like it'll be 3, 4, and 5. Fenners, Crowell, and Holtz. So Valpo hoping to pad the lead here. Barring any major shakeup, Caden Crowell is going to win our Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero. And there's no relation, different spelling. But if there's a superhero walking around in the stadium today, it's number 7 for Valpo. We'll have to figure out who the blue-collar player is. We'll also have to figure out what the play of the game is. So stay with us. Nightfall here in Indianapolis. The beautiful skyline off in the distance. Here's the pitch. Over for a strike. Here comes the 1-1. Outside for a ball. Swung on and missed. A big swing there by Fenners. He's in a 2-2 count situation now. Braden Perry, right-hander on the hill. Has the sign. Here's the kick. Upstairs for a ball. 3-2 now. Swung on, popped up, right side, second baseman, right fielder. Right fielder runs in and makes the catch. That's A.J. Baggett. Fenners is retired. Crowell steps in. He's got 2 hits today, scored 2 runs, got a triple and a single. He could very well, that triple could very well be the Ironworkers Local 395 play of the game. It drove in Fenners. Fly ball, right, left field, pretty well hit, near the line. Left fielder chasing, foul territory. I can't see it. It drops foul. Nate Simpson with a long run. And that ball just landed a few feet foul down the left field line in the corner. 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Vikings. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 error for the Huskies. Two and 1 now the count. Line smash in the gap in right center. That's going to roll. Actually, the center fielder does a great job to come over and cut it off. Crowell rounds first. He's going to head for second, but rather he's going to hold up when he saw the center fielder make that play. Third hit of the game now for Crowell. And we'll have Dilly come in to run for him again. I think he's got the superhero locked up. I think all we have to figure out here is the blue-collar player of the game. That's going to be somebody from Valpo. Who will it be? Whoever it is, they'll be sponsored by Local 374 of the Boilermakers. Earn while you learn with Local 374. No balls, 1 strike. Holtz the hitter. Dilly goes to throw down, nowhere near in time. Dilly still second base and is now in scoring position. One ball, 1 strike. Perry with the pitch. Swung on, bat goes flying into the Evansville dugout. Todd Evans will go in there and retrieve it. That literally landed in the dugout. Players had to dive out of the way not to get hit. That pitch is upstairs, 2-2 the count. That pitch is taken for strike 3. Holtz didn't like it. That'll bring up Max Ream now with 2 out. No balls, 1 strike to Ream. Here comes the pitch. Time is called. All right, now Perry is set. Taking his time. Here's the pitch. Way outside. Matter of fact, it's a wild pitch. It gets away back to the screen. Dilly's going to move up to third. An insurance run would be nice for Valpo. I don't know if they're going to need it. I hope they're not going to need it. They've got a big lead. The roof would need to cave in, basically. Here's the 1-1. I think that hit him. Nope. He just barely got out of the way. Count will move to 2-1. Perry with the pitch. Up high for a ball, 3-1. Here's a pitch. Swung on a high fastball. He missed it. Count goes full, 3-2. DJ Malloy is on deck. He's hoping to get another swing. Here's the pitch. Up high, ball 4. He will. Runners now at first and second. Time is called. Jeremy Jones coming out to the mound. He's going to meet with his infield. He does have a pitcher warming up in the bullpen. A long, long meeting. Not sure how much you can say at this point about the situation in the game. Don't know if he's talking about something else or not, as the umpire makes his way out there slowly. Home plate umpire followed Valpo's catcher out there after one particular pitch. But was very generous in the time allotted there to Evansville North. Malloy the hitter, runners at the corners, 2 out. Here's the pitch. That's down low for a ball. Let's see if Valpo tries to move that runner over to second, or if they're happy with where he's at. He's staying for now. Fly ball left field. Simpson backs up, comes in, backs up again, has a little trouble, but makes the catch to retire the side for the third out of the inning. But Valpo gets a couple of hits. Not that it matters. They score no runs. That 5-run lead still holds. They can hold it before. They can get 3 outs, I should say, before Evansville North can score 5 runs. Valpo will win their first state championship game, or first state championship in school history. We'll be right back after this to call it for you here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
With offices in Munster and Cedar Lake, Ethos Dental Group offers a full scope of general and cosmetic dentistry with expertise ranging from porcelain veneers to dental implants, crowns, and bridges. At Ethos Dental Group, you're assured that Dr. Mark Stojkovic and his associates, Dr. Emily Hansen and Dr. Brian Douts, utilize the latest in technology. Check out ethosdentalgroup.com or call 219-595-3432 to schedule an appointment. Ethos Dental Group, dental care you can believe in.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the NECA contractors and electrical workers of Local 531.
And here we go, the bottom of the 7th inning in the Class 4A state championship baseball game. Valpo in total control. They lead 5-0. Crowell's given up 1 hit, 1 walk. Hasn't had a runner reach second base safely yet. All they need is 3 outs before they give up 5 runs, and they get to hoist the trophy. Exciting times if you're a Valpo fan or a Region baseball fan, Northwest Indiana baseball fan. Porter County about to capture its second state title of the weekend. It would be the third for Northwest Indiana if you include Valpo. If you go back a week, we can have 2 softball teams we can count as well. So could be 5 state champions in baseball and softball. Valpo can pull this off here. I don't know of a year where we've had that many previously. If you do, feel free to chime in the comments. Go ahead and educate me. I'd love to learn. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 1 down. Carroll is retired. That'll bring up Connor Watson. I've got Crowell with 7 strikeouts so far. (1-0). That's over for a strike to Watson. 1-1. The Valpo fans are feeling it here to our right. Swung on, fouled off in front of the third base dugout. Krall has the sign. Leg kick in the pitch. Hot smash in the hole between short and third. That's going to be a base hit for Watson. He's got 2 of them today. He's got both hits, as a matter of fact. That's the second one in the game for Evansville North, and Watson has them both. A.J. Baggett now. A double play would end it. That's over for strike 1. Crowell doesn't even look at the runner. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, short left. Simpson comes in, makes the catch for the second out of the inning. And now the Valpo fans rise to their feet, as does the Valpo dugout. 1 out to go. Carson Connor is the hitter. Valpo is about to win a state championship in baseball, everybody. This is going to happen. Get ready. Runner at first, 5-run lead, 2 out, bottom of the 7th. Here we go. Oh, it gets away from the catcher, and the runner will move up. That'll be a pass ball. I believe, yeah, that's just the second runner. Watson's done it twice. He got to third in his at bat in the 4th inning, and he's at second now. Got both hits, and he's the only runner to advance past first base all day for Evansville North. Here comes the 2-0. That misses, ball 3. If Crowell's a little tired, I'm not surprised. I mean, how many pitches does he have, Zach? Can you see out there? 80? He hasn't pitched a ton, but it is hot out here. It's hot and humid out here tonight. Here's the pitch. Hitter shows bunt, pulls the bat back, and takes a strike. I don't understand that at all. Why would you show bunt? You're taking yourself out of your hitting rhythm and hitting position. That makes no sense to me, and we've seen it more than once tonight by Evansville North. Time is called. 3-1. I mean, it was a 3-0 pitch. He shows bunt. You know what? Let him swing at 3-0. You're down 5-0 in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch. That's ball 4. Runners at first and second. There are 2 out. Nobody warming up for Valpo. We're going to have a runner in the game, a courtesy runner. That's going to be Braylon Bridgewaters. That's a tongue twister. Braylon Bridgewaters. What grade do you think he was in before he could repeat that to, what's your name, son? Braden Bridgewaters. That is a tongue twister. All right, Mason Renfro now. 2 out. That's over for a strike. Kicking the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. That's it. 1 more to go. 1 more strike. And the Valparaiso Vikings will be your Class 4A state champions. Here it comes. Strike 3 called. Valpo wins. Valpo wins. Valpo wins. There's a dog pile out in front of the pitcher's mound. As the Valpo fans celebrate. The Valparaiso Vikings are your Class 4A Indiana baseball state champions for the year 2025. Congrats to the Big Green Machine. Todd Evans and company bring home the first state baseball title to Valparaiso High School. That's 2 teams from Valpo in the last 24 hours that have won state titles. Actually, they've won them today. Boone Grove my bad. Boone Grove played earlier. So in 6 hours, Porter County has won 2. Valpo has won 2. Boone Grove is essentially a Valpo mailing address. So how about that? Congrats to the Vikings. The 2 teams meet now on the baselines to shake hands. And we've got some awards to give out, and no secret here. We're going to start with the Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero, and there can be only one. And the only one it could be is Caden Crowell. 7 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, no runs, 3 hits, 1 of them a triple, an RBI, a run scored. He is the Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero for the 4A State Championship baseball game. Crowell Company's proud to recognize the superheroes on the baseball diamond. Now our blue-collar player of the game. This is the unsung hero type player. A lot of times it'll go to a catcher. I'm going to give it to DJ Malloy today, the second baseman. Made a bunch of good plays in the field, stole the base, was on base a couple of times, he's got 3 RBIs in the game. So he's got the other 3. Fentress has 1, Crowell has 1. And the other 3 go to Malloy. And he did it in 2 different at-bats with a couple of singles. So congratulations, DJ Malloy. You're the Boilermakers Local 374 blue-collar player of the game. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. To find out about their apprenticeship programs, look them up on the web at local374.org. And now it's time for the Ironworkers 395 play of the game. And I'm going to go with 2 of them here. And they both involve Caden Crowell. Caden's triple scored Fentress. Well, okay, hold on a second. Wait, my bad. Fenner's got the original RBI that drove in the game-winning run, the first run. He scored Trent Gill in the first inning. So we're going to give that play. That's going to be one of the two Ironworker plays of the game. The other is going to be Caden Crowell and the third out. Valpo winning its first state championship after, over 100 years as a school. We got to include that final out as one of the two plays of the game. And that is courtesy of the Ironworkers and Local 395. For more information on their apprenticeship program, check out ironworkers395.com. All right, now they're giving the post-game awards from the IHSAA. So we'll listen to the PA man here.
Athletic ability, scholarship, and leadership. The winner of the 2025 Bob Gardner Mid-Latitude Award for Class 4A Baseball is Drayden Wilcox from Valparaiso High School.
Five runs, 10 hits, no errors for the victorious Valparaiso Vikings. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 error for the Evansville North Huskies. Congratulations to Todd Evans and everybody involved with Valparaiso baseball as they bring home the school's first ever state baseball championship. We're going to have highlights and all kinds of stuff coming up in the days ahead from this whole weekend. So start checking Region Sports, maybe as early as tomorrow, maybe even tonight on Instagram. We got Chris Backus down there, and he does some quick turnaround. So we may have something up a little bit later on this. Evansville North is going to get the runner-up trophy presented to them. Then it'll be Valpo getting the state championship trophy. We're going to keep rolling videotape, but we're going to sign off on the broadcast. Before we do that, I want to thank our team of players here for Region Sports this weekend. Rich Castillo is our operations manager. Our coordinating producer is Zach Miller, and our sports director is Mike Dewan. Our cameramen here for the weekend, Zach Zanelli and Chris Backus. Leo Stodaher, Michael Bradner. We're also down here on the call for us this weekend. Thank you to the athletic directors, Stacy Adams at Valpo and Tyler Choate at Evansville North. Thank you to the coaches, Jeremy Jones at Evansville North and Todd Evans at Valpo, for helping us get ready. Our crew tonight, Zach Zanelli on camera, Chris Backus on the field, Zach Miller handling production details. And I'm Chris Ramirez. I had the play-by-play, so thank you, everyone. Thank you all season and all school year. This is the last broadcast live event of the 2024-25 school year. We'll have things going on all summer, but we will be back for football in August. And, folks, we got a lot of stuff happening, a whole bunch of new stuff for football. So you're going to want to find out about that coming up in the weeks ahead. 61 days till football, 2 months from yesterday. So get ready. We'll be back for that. So for my partners here tonight, Zach Miller and Zach Zanelli, I'm Chris Ramirez. This has been a production of the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.